All right, a little bit early, but I got here early and I want to start skating. So, gonna start the live stream. Thanks everybody for watching and tuning in. Today we're going to test out the USD VII. It is a classic USD skate. Used to be the Grycon. It is the skate that the Roman Abrate is skinned over, and it's like 200 bucks. So, that's a really great price for a flat sole skate. I'm really excited to give them a shot. And I'm going to start my video. I'm going to be doing the live stream throughout. Please ask any questions in the chat. I can't promise that I'm going to get to all of them, especially as things start flying through. But, I'll be taking breaks between each little segment, and would be more than happy to answer any questions you might have about the skates during that time. Thanks for watching. It's so cold.
So cold. Jackets really helped me out though. And the mittens.
The mittens are helping
That's
too.
really where it's at.
The mittens are where it's at. The old camera effects. And this is the thing that when you start your channel, it'll become second nature, right? And you're just like, this is what I do first, this is what I do second. I'm going through my script, like I know that I do the same things in a sequence,
Right.
and I know what's going to happen next. And I just got to get all of those little parts done.
Yeah.
It is
I
fun.
feel so awkward talking to the camera. That's like what I need to.
I think that's the thing. You
Don't have to talk.
don't have to.
I could do like a voiceover too. If I need
Voiceover
to
works really
say
well.
something.
That's what
Phil Stopper does, yeah. I love his style.
Yeah,
I think
he's great.
It's so funny, you know? It's like,
He's we talked a little bit about him on the podcast. He's very aggressive.
yeah, he's so dry. It's just it's so good.
It's like almost English, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I got new skates. So these are the USD VII 2017 skates. So there are a few different models of this skate. This is the I think it's the top of the line 7. There is also a team version which comes with a cheaper liner. I think that's the biggest difference. But this is also the skate that is underneath the skin of the USD Roman Abrate Pro model. First of all, I really want to thank all of my Patreon supporters and everybody watching on YouTube and checking out the ads because that is where I get the money so that I can purchase these skates and do reviews. So thank you all so much for the support over these years. If you are interested in becoming a Patreon, patreon.com/backtoblading. You can also go to backtoblading.com and get all the information. If you don't have any extra money, that's fine. Just keep watching the videos. If you see something in an ad that you like, you know what to do. But thank you all so much for the support. I couldn't do this without you. I really love supporting the community with reviews, and it's because of you that I can keep doing this. So these are a flat boot sole. So what that means is that the bottom of this boot is flat. So if you take the liner out, and I'll take the footbed out, you can see the inside of this skate is completely flat. Now why would you want to do that? Well, UFS is a flat mount. So this UFS frame is completely flat. It means that you can switch it around, but it also means that the bottom of the mounting area needs to be flat. Now, if you just skated a skate that was perfectly flat, it would feel really weird. You'd feel like you're falling backwards, you know? If you have normal shoes, you can look at your shoes right now and see that there's a little bit of a heel raise. That helps with comfort, and it helps with a more natural walking forward style lean. If you didn't have a raised heel, it would feel like you were falling backwards. It wouldn't feel comfortable. So a lot of skates come with a forward lean built in. So the plastic area is actually a little higher back here, which means that you're leaning forward by default. With these being flat, it gives them space to put a shock absorber in the back, which makes a more comfortable forward lean than just using a plastic material. Now, typically a flat bottom boot starts around 300 bucks. So you can get the Razor Shift. I think the Razor's SL is now dropped in price, so that's probably a fairly inexpensive option. But you've got the Seba CJ, you've got the USD Carbon as well. There are a few other flat sole boots, but this is probably the cheapest. So if you wanted to get in with a flat sole area, this is only 200 bucks in stores. This one I think was 220, and then the cheaper, the Team one is like 180. I mean, if you wanted to get in on that, this is probably the best boot for a flat boot if you're trying to stay, stay around 200 bucks. So the only real difference between the Team and this version is the liner. This comes with a MyFit Fat Boy liner. It is heat moldable. I haven't heat molded them yet. I'll probably skate them today and see how they feel, and then heat mold them if I need to. Heat molding's really easy. You put them in your oven at like 200 or whatever the temperature is, 180 I think. Put it in for like 15 minutes. It gets all warm, and then this area on the padding area gets all squishy. Tie it up tight, sit in it, and then it'll mold back onto your foot, which gives a really nice feeling. These liners are really nice. I have these in my Powerside Imperials, and I absolutely love these liners. The only real difference is the sizing. So this liner is rated for a size 910, which is a EU 4344, and it's listed as 27.5 to 28. Now my foot is a 28.5. I know I have the same liner for my Imperials, which is the 4344, but I think this liner is a little shorter. So I'm not sure how that's going to feel. It does have this little neoprene at the front, so my toes can stick out a little bit and stretch that liner. But it's weird that this sizing is the same, but it's actually a little shorter. Now, one of the things that people do with these USD VII skates is they downsize. So this is the 4344 shell, and it is actually a fairly big shell. So if you were a size 11, you could probably fit in this if instead of this liner you put in a size 11 liner. Additionally, if you were a size 43, instead of buying this shell, you might want to get the 4142 and then put a 43 liner inside. That will give you a little bit more responsiveness so that your liner isn't moving around inside the shell, and it will still give you a nice comfort feel. All right, let's see how they feel. Hello, everyone. Thanks for watching. So it is freezing out here today, so I'm going to put my gloves on and skate around a little bit, get these boots on. If anybody has any questions while I'm getting set up, I'd love to answer them. And yeah, I'll put the camera over here. Just feel free to ask questions, and I'll show you the skates and hopefully answer any questions you might have. this lace doesn't come all the way up. It's like a weird. Go
Yeah, there's no laces on the liners either, huh?
No.
I guess you got the.
I could do this locking thing.
What's that? Yeah, what is that?
It's like a little double lace thing that maybe is like to prevent slippage, but I don't know why it wouldn't be there now. God, lacing up, my fingers are freezing.
Yeah.
Not a good feeling. I'll just put it.
My skates were like in my car, and just the laces were so cold too. They're like stiff and frozen. The wax laces, you know, they're just like
Not good.
the wax is all hard.
Get in there. Oh, my fingers.
You want a hand? My fingers are like hot. I can.
No, I'm good.
I
I'll
can do
make
the
it
other one
work.
for you if you want.
I'll make it work. Thank you, though. And these laces are a little thick for the.
Yeah.
A little thick for the lace hole. Get in there. There we go. I can't get the laces through the hole. It's like so. Oh, get in there. It's so tight. But if I don't, it's not going to relace that behind me.
Come here, sit down. Come here, sit down.
Look, I'm going to need to use my teeth.
Come here.
There we go. Don't do that, kids. All right. Here we go.
White laces are fresh though.
Yeah, this setup is
Looks sick.
really nice.
Yeah.
I wish
I like
there
the
was.
matte black too. It's pretty cool.
I was just gonna say I like the matte. I wish there was a little texture on it, or
Yeah.
like some lines or something like the old school thrones. I think that would look really nice. All right, it's much
I'm
better.
not super familiar with the old school thrones, obviously, since I thought those were.
They look like them.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fingers
I'm
are
excited to
numb.
see how you do the Royales.
Yeah.
They seem like they're just like so easy.
They look really easy because the frame is really low as well.
Yeah, and the sole plate is so wide.
Yeah.
It's just like great. Great.
All right, here we go on the other one. God. After this, I'm just gonna. Yeah, these laces are crunchy.
Yeah. It's probably easier to do with the liner out too.
I think it is. I just need to get the liner out.
Oh yeah.
Ah. So cold. Well, I've got gloves. I just need to. Yeah, seriously. I got my gloves. I just need to. I need to warm up my fingers. I got it through the first lace hole, but now I can't get it through the other one. Ah. All right. So this is what I'm talking about. These little lace holes. So it laces really low. And I wanted to put it through this lace hole, but this is like the perfect size for the little hole. It is not great. My hands are so cold I can't put the laces through without hurting. So there we go. Now I'm ready. Oh. Get in there. This isn't fair. It's like 33 degrees, 34 degrees right now, which is like 1 Celsius. Probably not the best day to go testing new skates. They sure feel solid though. You know, my little kick down, it feels like this is a really solid lock. The bottom, the sole plate, instead of having the like a pass-through, kind of like how a Seba has it or a Carbon, they actually have a few screws on the bottom of the sole plate, mounting the sole plate to the boot, and then the frame bolt goes straight through, which I think is a really great balance. Oh my God, my fingers. Get up. All right. Yeah, I think lacing would be easier if I were not so cold.
So what?
Lacing would be easier if I were not so cold.
Oh yeah. You gotta get some like grip strength trainers to warm your hands up, you know?
Seriously.
Before you get into the lacing.
All right. Putting on gloves.
Like 20 minutes, I feel great, so you got something to look forward to.
I'm excited. Got my new gloves.
Oh, nice.
I haven't forgotten about you guys. I'm just trying to sort out this lacing thing, and my finger's hurting so much. I want to start skating so that I can start the blood rushing. So I will be back, I promise. But right now I'm just going to hurry and get myself set up so I can start skating.
I want to learn some like hand drag cess slide shit like they do in old school skateboarding.
That would be really cool. I haven't
It's
seen
hard to
anyone
make it
do
look
that.
good. Like I can do it, but it's to make the stand up and make it look good is hard.
I see Lino doing that with downhill, but it's Ricardo, but it's
yeah.
not the same. Not what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a very different vibe.
Yeah. He's good too. I like his moves.
He's very unique.
He's so good too. Like.
Well, that's the problem.
He's always like surprisingly good. I feel like.
Yeah, that's the problem. He can do anything and makes us look bad.
Yeah.
All right. I have gloves on. I'm feeling good. I'm going to set up my time lapse and skate around a little bit. I'll bring you with me though. Oh, and I didn't mention my friend Dylan is here. Dylan is, if you haven't heard of Dylan or met Dylan before, go to skateeverywhere.com/team. Dylan's on the Compass team. Really, really interesting perspective on skating. He's kind of an aggressive skater, but does a lot of urban stuff. I think you'd really like watching him skate. So check it out. There's a little edit up there of Dylan skating. He's going to be with me today, helping out with this first impressions. All right, I've already stretched, so I'm good with that. I'm gonna do a few just little skating laps, and then I'll do the real thing. These feel great.
Yeah. They look like hockey skates in places.
The Lisa's are so bright.
Well, and the dark like matte too.
Yeah.
Makes it look like you're wearing ice skates.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like hockey skates. Cool.
I like it. It's a good look. In case you were asking, I did stretch already. I'll probably be stretching throughout the day because it's so cold. Yeah, look at this look down. Those are pretty dope. Dylan said they look like hockey skates. Totally agree. With the white laces and the like the little black, threading and everything. Really like it. The sole is good. The black boots, being like a matte finish. It's a really nice look. I'm impressed, especially after the shadows, where the look down of a shadow is just like this mad scientist sort of straps and laces and buckles and things. These are just like a classic hockey skate. So yeah, it's really nice. All right, I'm gonna set you down over here, and then I'm gonna do some just a few little laps to warm up. Let me tilt it down a little bit. All right, can you guys see? Cool. This is the Durham skate park, in case anybody was curious. It's in downtown Durham. That's all of downtown Durham. That's the Duke Hospital headquarters over there. And yeah, it's an amazing community. Really great place to skate. And yeah, if you ever are in town, hit me up on YouTube or Instagram, and I'll definitely come out for a session. All right, I'm going to skate around a little bit, warm up. I'll be back. And I'm back. All right. The time lapse should be done. I'm gonna go set up over here and do some airs. Each of my reviews, in case you're joining me for the first time, each of my reviews has a slightly different... Sorry. It's hard to focus when I'm standing on the thing. Each of my reviews uses the same tricks and the same obstacles, so that way I can always tell what these skates are good at and what they're not good at. So at this Durham park, there's a few areas that I air. There's a grind area, and then some rails. So I'm going to hit all three of those obstacles and do the same tricks that I do on every single skate. That way I can compare what the skates feel like, because the obstacles aren't changing The only caveat is that I get better. So the first review that I had, way back in the days was probably the Razor Shift. I'm a much better skater now than I was 2 years ago. So the tricks that I did back then, I'll probably be better at performing them now. But I don't know if there's a good way around that. I do plan on going back and reviewing those old skates. I think that would be a really cool video series. But I need time. All right, here comes some airs. That's pretty good. '63 viewers. Live stream. And again.
I can do it. It's just I have a hard time making it clean. Yeah. This doesn't feel that good.
Yeah. Mute's weird because depending on the way.
Yeah, I don't like mute.
Yeah.
But that, I never knew that when that grabbed. Yeah. Hey, and the sun's out.
All right. These are feeling good. All right, I got my quick airs out. Rocket grab mute. I need a little bit more air for that. I'll work on it though. All right, let me do my first impression fit-wise. I'm gonna put you down over here. I mean, so a rocket grab was always like this.
Yeah.
This could be like a
Oh,
mute,
so both legs extended?
but this is that's a rocket.
Oh, fuck.
But a cross rocket is like, no wait, this could be mute.
Yeah.
This was cross rocket. So you cross your legs,
Whoa.
you a rocket. It's all Chris Edwards, dude.
I'll try a mute.
Chris Edwards had the weirdest names. But he was making it up.
Yeah.
Like he didn't know anything. All right, so these are feeling pretty good. I think the fit is good. The length, I was a little worried that because the liner is rated for a 28 at the max, and I'm a 28.5, that the liner was going to feel short, but I'm not having any of that issue. I feel like my toes can wiggle and they're not hitting the front. I don't have any fit issues whatsoever, so really, really happy with that. The shock absorber feels good, you know, landing, you know, this little gap and some airs. You know, I can stomp it and I don't have any pain or any real shock issues. They feel just fine. The weird thing is the lacing. So, you know, I actually struggled trying to get the laces on. They don't lace very high up, at least for what I'm used to. And I had a really difficult time getting them tight. So I'm relying a lot on the buckle to keep my foot in place. And, you know, coming from the Shadow or from the M908, I'm used to a very solid shell around my liner, and I'm not getting that feeling. It feels like it's moving around a little bit inside. And I think that's just because there's no wiggle in the shell. It's like the laces really don't matter. Even if I tightened up the laces a lot, it wouldn't pull the shell in a little bit more. It would just kind of sit there. It's funny, you know, you think back to the 90s. This is the sort of boot that would love a puffy tongue. You know, throw in one of those extra USD puffy tongues in front, because it could really use it. You know, just that added cushion of the puffy tongue could really, really help this. All right, gonna try some grinds. All right, guys. Does anybody else have 7s out there? I'm really curious because I'm getting a, the fit feels fine, but it feels kind of like the liner moves around a little bit inside the shell, and I'm not having a, I'm not finding a way to tighten it up so that it cinches around. You know, with the M908, you've got those little fingers, you know, that kind of go whoosh when you tighten it, and that's a really good feeling. There's nothing like that in this. It feels like, you know, it's a pretty wide, maybe not wide, but it's a pretty fixed lacing area for the shell, and I can't really tighten them down. Maybe it's because my hands are so cold. They're actually feeling better now. We got a little bit of sun, but yeah, I don't know. I would be curious to hear if anybody has any feedback on that. Put an insole in between the shell and the liner. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Like raise it up a little bit, right? That might be a good idea. I might look into doing that. I have some old Intuition, like these little thin that just fit flat within the shell, and they go underneath the liner. I'll probably try that, and it will just raise it up, which means that it'll fit better. See, this is why I love the live stream. You guys are amazing. This is a great idea. I will give you a shout out in the next segment. All right, I'm going to try to do 3 over this little pyramid. Wish me luck. I'm not super great at 3s, but I'm going to try it. Can you guys see? Look at me always being courteous to my guests. I really like this shot, that's why I do it. There's not much of a bank. It's more like a skateboard style thing, but it's a cool shot when I do it. This is a selfie stick. It is called Be Stable Cam. I don't know if there's anything about it. It's just a super supportive tripod. What I like is the it extends 3, and you can pop it out and stay solid. Yeah, that's probably this is an upgrade from that. shouldn't be.
First try. That was so easy.
Somebody clean this, look.
That's why I did, because I barely jumped.
No. Half-assed. Getting good air over it. I just don't have the what I need. My style on my 3 needs improvement, but that'll work. Whoa! All right, good to go. Gonna go get some grinds. Seriously, if anybody wants to come out to Durham and skate, we'd love to have you. It's a great spot. All right. I used to be very anti-wax because I felt like it didn't do much, but for me, wax gives consistency to the grind. If the ledge already slid fine, that's great. But if there's like a slow patch in the middle because people have been skating it, it's not going to be as much fun. So this ledge especially, because there's a really tough angle, I'll show you. It's a really tough turn right in front. So if I want to hit it from the right, I've got to come this way to get speed and then turn and then hit the ledge. And with that, I need as much speed as I can on the ledge, otherwise it's just going to stick. So someday it would be nice if they'd clear this out, put a little ramp here, you know. I don't think that's going to happen. There's a lot of area over here way over there in the, like in the area, there's the farmer's market over there. That would be really cool. But it's gonna be a while. Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right. Gonna start with some soul tricks and see how it goes. Yeah, do your thing. Yeah. I'm gonna be here for another 30, so. Let me know how the wheels work.
Yeah, I will. I can't wait to test out the 72s.
As soon as they come in, I'm hoping that they'll be here into February, so.
I mean, hey, it's
But
like
you've got the frames ready now, so.
the later it happens,
Yeah.
the warmer it'll be.
It's the warmth. I mean, I just want. Maybe not. I want it to happen.
It's exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally. I get it.
All right, soul tricks. Here we go. That first new soul plate stickiness. On the soul plate, yeah, I probably should. Gotta get that soul plate broken in. That's the winner. Wiping off all the waxed lead.
I got a tow roll.
Yeah, do it.
You can like really lean into that blade, it looks like.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's really light.
Ah.
Alright, take off. You ready for it? Well, what are you gonna soon?
Yeah, we'll have to do Durham as soon as the wheels get in.
Yeah. I got all the plan.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Bring the drone out.
Yeah. There's one that I'm really excited about. Like a couple of two big rocks. Really
Oh, that's gonna be great. Especially if I had a drone. Follow.
underpass one. Cool.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
It's kind of funny, like alley-oop tricks are sliding amazing, but just soul tricks are a little sticky. I don't know if it has to do with the new soul plates or what. Yeah, it's very strange. All right. It is a bit sticky. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It might be the sole plates being fresh, but it's weird that my sole would be sticky. Alley-oop would not be sticky. It's like I'm on my toe more, maybe? It's hard to say. No issues locking soles, that's for sure. These things are so wide. So I was skating the Them 908 yesterday, and not missing, but definitely wasn't as stable on sole as I am with these. These things are like boats. You know, you could just kind of throw your foot up there and you know you're gonna lock. I am a little sticky. I just waxed the ledge, but I'm a little sticky doing regular soles. And for some reason, I'm not sticky doing alley-oop. So, you know, my alley-oop porn star slid fine. My Zero Sims porn star, whatever. And my switch sole slid okay, but my regular sole, my Mizu, took a long time to get up. You know, this park does have a pretty quick jump angle in front of it, so I don't have the speed that I usually get coming from the left that I do coming from the right, so that might have something to do with it. But I slid that true Mizu pretty clean, so I don't know, I'm gonna have to keep playing with it, but so far so good. I mean, they slide fine, they lock fine, I don't have any issues. I'm really curious about Royale. So these frames are pretty low. They're in Kaiser fluid frame, and they're designed for anti-rocker. So the groove is really deep, which means that I don't have to get very boot down. Sorry, I don't have to get very low to get boot down on a Royale trick. And that's gonna be something. Let's see how it goes. All right, Royale tricks. Any guesses? First try. I'm a little worried because they're so low. Like, I'm gonna be more boot than I'm used to, and not even touch the frame. But I guess we'll see. All right, let me change the angle a little bit. There we go. Yeah, John, that's exactly it. And I think that I'm used to the sole being faster. That might be the problem. I need to lean back more on that heel of the sole. I'll get it. All right, Royals. Unity hurting me. That Unity, dude. Killing me. Yeah, no issues with the Royales here. Yeah, Unity's just weird. I think lining up properly. Feels good though. The Royales felt really good. I mean, no issues with Royales, that's for sure. These things are so low, and the sole plate is so wide that, I mean, I just have to feel like I can trust that sole plate, lean on the groove, and I could just stay on forever. It's really nice. Back Royale too, no problem. Back Favre, no problem. Unity was weird. I'm usually fairly good at Unities, but I had a really hard time locking it today. I don't know if it's the alignment. I don't know if it's, you know, this weird turn right in front of the ledge here at Durham or what, but I'm usually more consistent with my Unity, and it took me a bit, you know, when I fell a couple of times, so. All right, everyone's favorite topsides. Hey, thanks for watching. I saw you just had to leave. I think I'm good. Might have to swap out the battery real quick. Always bring extra batteries. I need to remember to do that. Sometimes I forget. My phone has a pretty good amount of charge to it, but this thing can only record for like 40 minutes or so. Hooray for these gloves. Look at this. I'm able to actually do things, keep my gloves on. It's a great feeling. It's so cold here. This battery isn't charging anymore. I have another one. This was the same battery that just died on me last time I was out here. That's not good. And the little flap. It's funny, this is the name brand one. Oops, hello. This is the name brand one that's not working anymore. But the generic ones work just fine. Yep, full battery. So funny. All right. So top sides, and then I'm going to wrap up and then get out of here. I've had like 20 minutes left on this card, so I have an extra card, but I think I'll be done in that time. And I'll skate the park a little bit just to get some B-roll. Anybody have any questions about these 7s? I know they're not the most exciting skates. They've been out for a while, but I'd be curious, you know, if you have questions, I'd be happy to answer to the best of my ability anything that you might want to know. You can see the grinds are pretty solid. Comes top sides. That's where you'll see. All right, top sides. My nemesis. See if I can land them today. right, top sides, here we go. No issues. Come on. So scared from yesterday. Come on. That's scary. Kind of grind. Ah. Come on, kind grind. Ah, too close. That was better. Come on. One more. My legs are so tired from yesterday. Alright, I got one. I'm tired. Ugh, it's so hard. I'm having some topside issues since that fall yesterday. It's scary to commit. Topside slide, fine, I guess. I had a pretty bad fall yesterday where I kind of lost my confidence on topsides. One thing that I am noticing is that I don't have a lot of like lateral flex in these boots. So typically when I land like a kind grind, I guess, I can jump on and then push down on that topside foot so that I can get flat. I'm having a pretty hard time doing it with this. I don't know if the cuffs are stiffer or if it's just me getting used to the boots, but definitely having a harder time getting flat on topside tricks today. But they slide, you know. I'm not great at topsides, so somebody who's good at topsides can probably have no issues with this. I don't feel like I'm missing much. I feel like this big sole and the small frame is a really nice ratio, so I don't have any problem locking. I am having a hard time pushing it down so I get flat on my top sides though, and that might have to do with the cuff, might have to do with me, I don't know. Man, top sides. Does anybody know if these cuffs are tight? They feel like they're not as squishy as I'd like them to be. Maybe it's me. I mean, again, I'm not very good at topside, so it's definitely probably me. But it's strange that I was able to do them fine in my 908s, and I was able to do fine in my shadows, but these are a little different. So, all right, I'm going to skate. Let's see, that down ledge. I'm going to do zero porn. I'll do sole and Mizu on the double ledge, and then I'll do a Royale on the rail back there, and I'm going to get out of here. Can y'all see this ledge? Yeah, a little bit. Didn't take long. Huh. Sole tricks of these are pretty great. That's for sure. Let's put you over here. It's hard to see this area. I'll put you up here. Let's see, can you see them both? It's hard to see. There we go. Yeah, that should be fine. So I'm gonna sole and then, or Mizu and then sole on the bottom. I hope. This is the sun though, so I'm gonna put this one down here. All right, there's two. Gotta hit the rail. See how far I can get with the Royale. All right, can you guys see? So tight. Let me put you down here. There we go. All right, gonna try Royale on this one. Wish me luck. Getting there. This rail is long. I need my balance back. First tree. Second tree. Go ahead. All right, one more. Okay, one more, rebate. All right, I'm gonna take the long one. I'm too tired. Skating for an hour by yourself is crazy. You gotta get the camera. Hold on. All right. That rail is so long. I made it probably to the last ring, but I just can't see myself doing it today. I'm tired. All right, let me wrap it up and then I'll chat for a little bit. Yeah, these are pretty great, especially at the price point. You know, it's really hard to beat. I think these were $220 in stores. I actually got them on clearance because I think the new one is coming out for 2019. But if they could stick around that $220 mark, I think these are a really great starter skate. Frames are fast, wheels, you know, we'll see. They look all right. Yeah, the sole feels great, the boot feels great, liner's great. The only thing that I don't like is that it feels a little too roomy inside that shell, but that might just be my foot. You know, I had heard that these are great for downsizing, so you can probably put this liner in a smaller shell or bring your own liner that's a little thinner, like a Second Skin or an Intuition, and put them in a smaller shell, and that would probably work really nicely for you. Full review coming in about a month. I always wait to do my full review so I can skate them with different setups, try different things, and you know, really get to know the skates. But first impressions, yeah, they're great. I think that you could do a lot worse for the price. I think, you know, on a rating scale, I think these are right up there with my 908s, which is saying a lot because I really love the 908s. They're probably a little cheaper though. You know, now that the 908s are a little more expensive, I don't know what the full price is, but you know, if you can get these at 220 bucks, that's a pretty good out of the box skating experience. Thanks for watching. See you guys next week. All right, I'm dying. So the stream's been going for 80 minutes now. I've probably been skating for like 60, and I'm just tired. I don't know how many of y'all stuck around for the entire thing, but thank you. It's been a really good day, and yeah, I really like these skates. I heard that a lot of people skate them outside of the US. I've never seen these in the wild here, so I don't know if that's a distribution thing or what. I mean, they don't have them. I got them over at Oak City. I should mention that. And Long gave me a you know, matched the price over at Roller Warehouse, which was $180. But I did pay for these skates. There's an Oak City sticker on the post behind it. Oak City is our local shop. definitely worth taking a look at. I always try to support my local shop, and Long was matching prices. Roller Warehouse had these for 180. They usually retail for 220, and I think they're worth it. I think if you're in the market for a new pair of skates and you want a new style of skate, you know, with a flat sole similar to the Solomon, similar to the Carbon or the Shift, these are a really good option. I'm really curious to see what they're going to feel like with different sole plates, different frames. I do think the liners are fine though. They feel fine. The measurement said, you know, 28. I feel like a 28.5. You know, I have a 28.5. It fit fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. And if you're listening, that's a drinking game. Anyway, is it a drinking game if I mention it? Probably not. Maybe we'll kill that drinking game. But yeah, they feel fine. I think they're fine. They have a really good look down. I love the little splash of yellow. I can't wait to see some yellow frames on them. Yeah, it's a great setup. So any questions? I'm going to get my skates off and take a break, but I would love to answer any questions if you have any in the live chat. Yeah, the Grycons, Mike. Yeah, these are the Grycons. They are past my time. I don't think they came out when I was skating. When I just left was when the, what's that horrible skate called that USD made? The Legacy. The Legacy is when I left. They just came out. And, oh, it was bad. So the USD, the UFS Thrones, those came out. Where's the UFS Throne? Why don't they make that anymore? Do they make that anymore? I wonder. Is this, this isn't the UFS Throne? No. Huh. I wonder what happened to that shell. Favorite skate park in North Carolina? I mean, this is my local. This is about 15 minutes away, so this is, you know, my favorite for just getting in a good skate. I don't know, Apex is great, Marsh is great. Marsh has the best ledge in North Carolina. Apex probably has the best lines, so I really like that. What do I think of the wheelbase? These do feel a little long, but not crazy. I feel like they're fine. I'm really curious to see what skating anti-rocker on some large 50/50s is going to feel like. I haven't done that yet. It's been a while, so I'm going to give that a shot. Is the Throne the Aeon? Is that true? I would love confirmation on that. If the Aeon shell is now, sorry, if the UFS Throne shell is now the Aeon, I'd be really curious. I did hear that the Throne mold is dead. The old Throne, the classic with the juice system and all that. I heard that is dead. That, you know, it was just used too much. Am I considering aftermarket skins on the 7? Absolutely. If G Boots is listening, I would love to do a promo for G Boots. I think they're really cool. I do like the look of this. This look down is just really fresh to me. And I love this yellow liner. The problem is that this is just, it's got no personality. You know, it's just like the flattest matte finish, front and back. The only thing interesting is that they have this old USD thing in the back. But that's it. Yeah, so if you're listening, G Boots, I would love to do a promo. This is not a sponsored thing. I won't take money, and I will be completely honest with what I think about it, but they sure look nice. All right, taking off the skates. Anybody have any other questions? I'm gonna get out of here pretty soon. Or words of encouragement. Yeah, so this is my right sole. You could see that it's pretty well broken in, but this is where I was sticking on sole tricks, and it doesn't look like I was sliding that much on it. Like, I'm not getting a lot of sole wear right here. You can kind of see I'm getting it right here, a little bit right here, but that was it. It's like it's sticking on this USD logo. Why do people put logos underneath the sole? That's silly. This is my Royale, so let's see how that is. So yeah, the Royale, look at that groove. So it is, I mean, just this perfect line. If you were learning Royale tricks, it's kind of cheating, but man, you really can't go wrong with this. And yeah, look at that. Oh, Wow, bonk, 3 fingers. That's a huge sole plate. I bet this is as big as the Shadow. I'll have to measure them. I'll make sure that I put some measurements in the review. I don't know if you guys could hear. I hate the sound of these frames when I'm grinding. It is just this metallic, crunchy sound. I'm not a fan of that. These wheels feel fine. They are 57 mil 89A. They felt fine. They're really flat though. I prefer a rounded, more rounded thing like the Shred Pools or the Sean Smiths. So I'm gonna probably swap into those. No, I don't know. Maybe I'll stick with these just to see how they last. I'll stick with these for the reviews because I did buy the complete set. I am gonna swap out the frames and the little grindy things. I might swap out the soles and get some other ones, but I don't know. Yeah, Blades KC, I was feeling those Royales, man. That sounds good. Yeah, I don't like the sound. It's I don't know, it's just the wrong sound, you know? Like I like the crunchy, grindy sound of a Royale, but this was just wasn't right. Kind of like a hollow sound. And I think that, you know, Juice Block's gonna change that because it fills up that area so there's no space for it to make the hollow sound inside. But it's a very solid feel, and this wasn't very solid. Sorry, I think I missed one. True Mizu. Yeah, that was first try too. Did you see? I mean, you saw the live stream. Can't lie in the live stream. The top acid though. I need to like revisit that from the beginning and relearn it. I think my my fundamentals are off. I have a hard time stalling, so I need to find a grind box that I can learn it on. To be honest, all of the places that I skate have angle iron, and it's really hard to learn topside tricks on angle iron. It's a lot easier, you know. It's less forgiving on angle iron. At least with a little coping, I'd be able to top a little bit, but I do what I got. I need to make a box, I think. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you all for watching so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks to my Patreon subscribers. It's because of you that I'm able to get these skates and, you know, test them. Patreon.com/backtoblading. If you got a buck a month, that's all that matters. It all adds up, and you know, over a couple of months, I can afford new skates and then do more videos like this. If you don't, I know that money is weird. Watch the videos, and if you see you know, an ad for something you like, learn more about it. You know, that's the advertisers want to get a hold of you. So, you know, if you see something that's remotely interested, you know, I'm not going to tell you to click the ads. That's wrong. But if an ad is real, I mean, the ads are pretty targeted, so they know you pretty well. Yeah, if you see an ad, you know, it helps. But even if you don't click, just watch the videos. You know, the more views, the more likes that I get, the more exposure that the thing can get, and yeah, more money I can make so that I can get more skates, so that I can test more skates, so that you guys can see what every skate's like. That's my goal. I'm almost done. I'm almost done with every skate, so I think I've got like 3 more left. So, all right, guys. Thanks again for watching. I should have this video up sometime this afternoon. I got a pretty busy afternoon, but I'm going to try to get it up this afternoon.